ass biddies. Jeez. All right, so I think it's time that we just dive back into the game, hey? So that's our backup. That's going to be the save that I'm going to let you guys have. We're going to dive in. Let's set up this fortress for failure. Okay, last time I remember it working does not mean that's when they removed it. But I'm like 99% certain that's not right. I mean, we still got some projects we got to finish first. Oh, Bastet went to bed. Good night, Bastet. Not bad. So we're finishing up this Minotaur maze. That's mandatory. We got to finish up the elephant enclosure in the basement. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that feature went away in like it was 2019 or it was like way pre-pandemic even. They got rid of it. Bastet is what I said, not bastard. Although, see, here's the thing, right? Yeah, it was pre-COVID. It was before the pandemic, so basically like a generation ago. You just searched it? I'm pretty sure it went away like between 2018 and 2019, if not earlier than that. Because they were basically gone before I got partnered, and I got partnered in 2018. See, this is what I get to deal with now that Uncle Gus is sitting here, like, fucking hanging out and muted. It's just gonna be, like, copy-pasting all these captions instead of doing, like, job or whatever he's supposed to actually be doing. Blah! I now get to deal with this, like, quote, lol, constantly, because can't actually hear me, instead just gets, like, 80% accurate text-to-speech on screen of what I'm saying. And you're not even good at it, Orange. Come on, you should go to school or something. Learn to troll better. Jeez. A work call right now? Boring ass call. I get you. You know, it's kind of funny because like because I've Orange, thanks for gifting to. Damn, that was close. Like on the last, like skimming by at the very end of the train. Congratulations. You single-handedly have kept that train rolling. Considering you single-handedly started it, I guess it makes sense that you're the one who has to continue it. Remember, Orange, you gotta pay your, like, car repair fees probably, right? And you did help, yes, with your ancient history biddies. So we're placing these here, and I'm going to use it to make an entrance for this Minotaur. So I can release it. You're paying nothing out of pocket? Okay, fair enough. Well, take care of yourself, man. You got to keep saving so that you can move to BC eventually. God, I love that main menu theme. It's so good. Half of this stream today, I swear, has just been us gushing about this music. Alright, let's wait. that's those two. I'm gonna need to do 1, 2, 3. So are you doing a wall or are you doing the... You are in fact doing the wall. Cool, so they're coming to cut out the other side. Send somebody else to do it. There it goes. It's part 1. We're gonna have to do this manually because there's lava above it. You know, I don't think I've had a single dwarf fall to their death today. They've died of other things. Plenty of other things, in fact. But falling to their death? Quite certain that hasn't happened today. Oh, true, yeah, yeah, that thing. A force of both that is both vile and dark has this appeared. Surprise Pikachu. Excellent. There was a Gus in the captions? Weird. I wonder why that could have been. Do we know if Premium's title screen will have an animated dwarf digging and grasping? Currently, I think that the title screen has nothing. I think it just pops up to the title screen. I don't think there's any intro movie, unless they're sneaking something in before launch. So I think the answer to that is no. But they're working on something, supposedly. So it looks like it's the goblins that are attacking us once again. Who's this? This time, the rhyming tick! So, we're gonna lock the doors inside. Dwarf Fortress intro by Studio Trigger. Don't you, like, challenge me with a good time. Or tease me with a good time. There you go. Don't threaten me with a good time is the line I was looking for. Thanks for the $4, Darren. Cheers. I mean, I think Krug Smash is too busy working on his channel trailer. He keeps posting on his Patreon about that. But that would be cool. It'd be really cool. But thank you very much for the little hype train, Darren, and others who assisted, as well as the one-man conductor, Orange. Appreciate you, man. All right, so we are going to not forget about this dwarf and not lock them in here until they die, like I did several other dwarves. Okay, goats, you go pull that lever. Thanks much for the train, chat. Fight attack, no! Bad timing. Oh my god. How are you doing? You're hopeless after suffering a major injury. Bleeding. Ability to stand lost. It's just a little bit of bleeding. I mean, maybe you'll be okay. Okay, so somebody is coming to recover the wounded. Okay, how many goblins is there? Kind of a lot. Okay, you know... Foot mangled beyond recognition. Arm mangled beyond recognition. Foot, her left lower arm is mangled beyond recognition. All right, well, I guess it depends on how quickly audio can get here. Maybe audio's not going to be a hero. Can you crawl? I mean, I could what I could do. So I could lock the doors and then deconstruct the doors. Otherwise, I don't actually have a way of letting this dwarf out. We're going to put that down, put that up. We're going to deconstruct this. So put that down. Red door, pull the lever. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll just slam the door. We just smacked the wombat pretty bad. Let's just get rid of this Bloodthorn bridge. Let's see if we can keep this. See if we can save this dwarf. I'm not too optimistic right now. Hey, Ponce, what's up? Was it the dwarf that was catapulted when the bridge was engaged? Yeah, they were catapulted. They were catapulted off of this bridge and then back onto this bridge. So I'm trying to rescue them, but I'm not confident we're going to be able to. Really depends on how quickly they can either destroy that wall and build a walkway across and then rescue them, or alternatively, knock down that drawbridge. Breakfast? Good morning. Well, are you playing Dark Tide all night or something? Okay, how many goblins are on the... Actually, kind of a lot. Jeez, this is actually like a decent-sized siege, too. The past few have just been small. This is kind of a... not a small siege. All right, you know what? Screw it. Let's not do this. So we are deconstructing this drawbridge. Busy with miscellaneous things, getting around to eating now. Yeah, I know that feeling. Hang in there, fight attack. No longer bleeding, so that's a good sign. The bleeding has stopped. Which means they're just sitting there with no legs. Your dwarves are so slow. This is a lot of stuff to do in this fort. Also, this fort is very big. Which is largely the reason for stuff being slow. Well, better permanently crippled and alive than dead. As somebody who's permanently crippled IRL. Not like, you know, we won't all be dead by the end of today, but it's fine. Got catapulted off of this bridge, flew all the way up to here, over here, and then back down and went splat right there. So I got smacked up pretty bad by a drawbridge. God, this is taking forever to deconstruct that. Could have landed in the lava? Oh, definitely. Could absolutely have been seared to death, which is why I'm trying to save them. They're just unfortunately taking way longer than I expected to deconstruct that bridge. Staple some sticks to his legs and tell him to walk it off. I mean, we'll be giving him splints. You know, it would have been quicker to build a bridge. God. Oh, can you walk through that now? Oh, interesting. It's not even finished being deconstructed, but they can walk through it now. Well, that's interesting. I'm assuming this dwarf is rescuing. Nope, just taking sword. Not sword, pickaxe probably? Oh, that's funny. Like, this dwarf goes, grabs their crossbow. This dwarf actually saves their life. Did your dwarf ever grow up? Nope. You are 7 years old. Currently, you're extraordinarily happy, but you're a little embarrassed about your old clothing. Aqua's just here to collect taxes. Meanwhile, Nordstrom over here is actually recovering wounded. Okay, I'm confused, but okay. Apparently I have a shit ton of pigtail cloths, so let's just do cloth clothing. Let's just do a full set of cloth clothing. I've been trying to do things out of silk, but that's taking too long. That dwarf is still deconstructing that drawbridge. Good lord. Should be over shortly in regards to the ads. We got the ads now, Takira? You haven't missed much. I saw the ads were running and I was like, now's a good time to queue up a bunch of clothing. So I just queued up a bunch of clothing. Help my legs, sick crossbow. Pretty much, yeah. It's like, give me that crossbow. Make sure the goblins don't run off with it. More like, make sure it doesn't get melted. It really is, Remo. It really, really is so close. It's so close, like, I can feel it. Considering, like, we had Dabu in chat earlier, who's one of the composers on this soundtrack, talking about, I'm gonna go celebrate the launch now. It's like, wow, people are having parties and the game's not out for another 4.5 days. All right, well, we can turn the burrow back on. We can pull the gold door lever now. And put the red door back down. We should do a party? All right, let's party. Okay, cool. I don't know, unless you feel like flying over to Vancouver, that's hard, Orange. Also, if they decide to give me key early, I will be very busy. If they don't, then I will be very stressed and just sitting here staring at my email, hoping they give me key. Launch party in Discord? I mean, honestly, so I don't know what time it's coming out exactly. I'm assuming it's 7 a.m. Pacific. I'm probably going to be live at 6 o'clock in the morning next Tuesday. You're not wrong, Clino. You're not wrong. But yeah, no, I'm probably going to, if it does in fact end up coming out at 6 o'clock in the morning, I will be awake at like 5 a.m., streaming by 6, and just sit here with a countdown timer while listening to records. which is going to be rough, but it'll be fine. It's going to be fun seeing there being... So, fun fact. I know this due to history, but Dwarf Fortress's previous highest ever view count was about 6,000. Just under 6,000. Sorry, dwarves. You're my lever pullers. Very important job. Now we let the goblins in. Get over here, gobbies. $7 a.m. Pacific time, which is 1,400 hours UTC. Diagnose patient. Let's see how far off this, how far gone this dwarf is. Thirsty. Well. So the left lower leg, bones, needs a setting, smashed apart. Needs cleaning, sutures, setting, dressing, and immobilization. Kind of a lot. What's going to get demolished? Yes, but Elden Ring is made by a Japanese studio. This is made by this is published by a studio in Eastern time zone. So you want to release your game at the start of the workday. Oh, the viewer record? Yes, I know that's probably going to get smashed. I might. Well, no, I don't think I will smash that. We'll definitely smash it, though. They should use local time zones so you get it first. True. No. That would be really stupid. Because they're the exact same game. They'd be like having different versions of, for Tome, which also has a free version and also has a Steam version. No, that would be silly. You're from Brazil? Yeah, I know a number of people who are from Brazil who are just like, I'm worried about how much that's going to cost, and I know what you mean. No, see, here's the thing. The indie game database is what runs the behind the scenes for Twitch. Twitch doesn't have its own database. It pulls from IGDB. So unless, like, KitFox or Bay12 goes and edits their page and makes a separate page for, like, Classic and Premium, that won't happen. So, no, that's not going to happen. Queuing up down here so that we can take out these trolls as they come through. Didn't that happen with a recent, like, PlayStation? I want to say that, actually, didn't that happen with God of War? Where, like, certain regions got it, like, a day early for some reason? Yeah, see, that... I don't know. I don't think so. And if it does, then we should complain to Bay12 and KitFox until they fix it. That also makes me wonder if, like... Although, I mean, there isn't going to be multiple Steam releases of the game, so I doubt it. No, it wouldn't happen. Big games do that for download congestion reasons? Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that it's silly. Just get bigger servers, PlayStation. Gosh. What are you, some, like, broke indie company? No, you're fucking Sony. Throw more money at the problem. That'll fix it, right? Okay, well, we've got fights with trolls happening over there on the right. Dwarf seem to be handling them pretty effectively. Yeah, but using VPNs for stuff like that can get you shadow banned from certain services, so you have to be careful with that. Actually, it can just straight up get you banned from certain services. I'm pretty sure it can get you, like, removed from Xbox, actually. And I know Steam has rules against that stuff now to stop people from buying stuff in regions that they're not supposed to be able to and whatnot. So Sony got Morbius money. That's pretty mean of you. I don't know what else to say to that. All right. Also, for those of you who haven't yet, go to the Steam page for Dwarf Fortress and... I just saw a dwarf fall into the lava. You big dummy. Who is that? If you haven't yet, go to the Steam page for Dwarf Fortress. 2 dwarves fell into lava. Burr and Urvad, you idiots. It's because they're dodging out of the way of that archer back there. Three did. Wow. Come on, you idiots. Really should learn my lesson. Doesn't change the fact that it's a terrible idea and you shouldn't do it. You know, like, I could rob a bank. It's not a good idea. It's also not legal and also not something I should do, even though I could make a lot of money doing it. So just because somebody does it and just because people have gotten away with it doesn't make it technically okay or allowable. It's like plenty of people have done heroin. Doesn't mean you should do heroin. Bad example, but I think you know what I mean. It's the most dwarfy thing to do, Aqua. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I'm just stating that, like, just because you can get something for cheaper doesn't mean that you should. Just because you can get something early doesn't mean it's a good idea. You know? I have this problem where I have way too many ethics. Like, I try to be so... Like, there's so many things I just refuse to do that would make me so much more money in this industry if I was just a bit of a douche. All right. So aside from losing 2 dwarves, which is very unfortunate, there's 2 more trolls coming. There's one already in there, which my spear dwarf is stabbing. If I see you running out, dwarf, I'm going to disable your squad again. Don't make me do it. Look at that troll, taking a big old jump. It'd be funny if we saw trolls fall in there for once. Anyway, you should go to the Dwarf Fortress Steam page and give it a vote for the Labor of Love. It's the only award that you can vote for on the Steam page before the game is out. But Dwarf Fortress is like literally the definition of a Labor of Love. So go vote for Dwarf Fortress as the Labor of Love award. I think you can still nominate. Nominations last until the 22nd, I thought. Or maybe, okay, no, you're right. Looks like they're done, actually. I thought they were done not for a while, but whoop. Actually, I don't think it went through now that I'm looking at it. I still hadn't relaunched Steam since the page had changed. But when I refreshed, it's like, okay. See, I know you might be right. Back these dwarves up. Get them out of there. Oh, nope. Maybe we're going to lose another dwarf. Maybe 2 even. One's crawling. And one is just kind of fighting with 2, 3, 4 trolls. Jeez. Wow, that's quite the fight. It's a lot of arrows flying. Let's get these green bridges pulled. Dwarf didn't just fall into lava, did he? This is gonna cause some chaos. Right about now. There they go. They've got one dwarf out on the walkway, fighting with the last few. Let's bring the last of the military over just so that he has some backup. Sometimes he needs sad, somber music for combat, you know? It's a bad day to be a goblin, that's for sure. God, this is not going to get old anytime. We're going to need to remake this defensive system at some point, just so I can see it again in premium. Those were goblins, yep. We lost another dwarf on the walkway. What a shame. The bees are beak dogs. They're kind of like tremors critters mixed with birds. And they are the, maybe it's your theme song, Merc. They are what the goblins ride into battle. And the T's are trolls. They're turquoise blood. No, now they're just dead goblins. As the dwarves fight with the trolls on the entranceway. Paint the ground turquoise. Gotta say, though, one hell of a setup. It's just kind of badass. Let's pull this lever, pull this lever, pull this lever, unpause the game, unlock the door. It's by far your favorite of the solo songs? Gotcha. I think my favorite from the album, though, is Drinking Industry. It's like a pretty close tie between Forgotten Beast and Drinking Industry right now. Will they ever run out of goblins? Yeah, actually. You can tell when they're running out of soldiers because they start sending peasants and recruits. I couldn't tell you what Bowser's Castle looks like, so no. But, I mean, it's kind of hard to not be Bowser's Castle-esque if you have lava involved, so. It needs a name? Stonewater, naturally. Reminds you of the level from Mario Kart 64. I did play that. Vaguely remember what that track was like. Vaguely. I think my dwarves are finally starting to get cave adapted too. Some of them puke when they go outside now. It's a lot of blood. Holy shit, a goblin survived that? Oh my god. Bye, Box. Best of luck with the rest of your life. It must have been sitting on top of one of the drawbridges. Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, like you can stand on top of a raised drawbridge, right? because they turn into walls when they're raised. So he must have just been on top of one of the drawbridges. That's kind of incredible, actually. It's not the first one to survive. I actually, you know, there's actually a legitimate reason to go back in the VODs and watch the beginning of this fort. Because back at the beginning, this didn't have a roof. And so things would get flung up here and land on top of the towers. And then we had multiple fights up on top of these towers before I built, like, this inner area and the top of it. And it was, every single time we'd fling them off the bridges, it was like an exercise in our own terror of just like, all right, how many landed on the ceiling? I think it would just smell like whatever lava smells like. If I had to bet. Got another dwarf in prison? Why? You're repentant? It's okay, you like it. How's that clothing coming along? Haven't even started yet. Come on, dwarves. I guess we are all just like putting body parts away right now, so. You know, I remember somebody in chat saying, if the Dwarf Fortress soundtrack is half as good as RimWorld's soundtrack, we're good. I think it might be as good as RimWorld's soundtrack. This is still early impressions. And also I'm a fanboy sellout shill, circa comment from that one dude on YouTube once. What do you think, chat? Extremely charred sour steak, sure. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I haven't played RimWorld in like 2.5 years. I unironically will sit down and listen to the RimWorld soundtrack still. Like, I will still just like put on like a video with just the RimWorld music and listen to it. You'd buy it on vinyl? All right, we'll add you to the list. So Dabu was in chat earlier, Orange, who's one of the people who worked on this soundtrack. It was just like, would anybody here want to buy it on vinyl? And I was like, chat, say if you would. So we've confirmed that at least 10 of us, ish, will buy this on vinyl. Well, I'm certainly a fan of the product I cover, but they haven't paid me yet, so I'm legally not a shill. I have to receive money from them to be a shill. They haven't paid me for anything. Like I said yesterday, the closest thing I've come to shilling for Dwarf Fortress was Tarn bought me a beer. Well, two beers. Tarn bought me 2 beers at PAX, which is pretty close to being a shill, I think. You'd consider paying extra if it's signed by Tarn. I'd want it to be signed by the musicians, personally. Oh no, Snail! Snail was one of the dwarves that died in that. Oh, that's a shame. I liked that dwarf. He was a good dwarf. Dang. Let me tell you this. Records are the best music format to frame. I'm just saying. You buy it and you keep it like an art piece. You frame it. There are frames built specifically for records. We'll stream for booze. No, I don't like streaming drunk. The thing is, like, if I'm streaming drunk, very quickly I realize that I'm actually just really sleepy and just want to go to sleep. So I'm kind of not somebody who likes to stream drunk, actually. So no, I won't stream for booze. Food? I'd consider it. Also, I just realized I don't want to be smoothing this floor. I want to be smoothing the walls. Whoops. I guess I could actually, you know what? We'll just channel this down one more. That's fine. Or I could just dig underneath it. I don't really want the demons to have a height advantage, though. Yeah, we'll just go with only part of it. We're now training our elephants for war. I need extra military dwarves because I just lost some. Dreams of raising a family. I don't know about that, dwarf. Might want to rethink that dream. It's whammy. Rolf. Balification, how do you feel about the military? You're terrible, but you'll do fine. Make us proud there, dwarf. Volume 2, come on. When part 2? Well, I mean, that was the one DLC Tarn said he'd probably be okay with at PAX. So. Actually, now I'm kind of curious. How many views does that playlist have? Real curious. Really, really curious. So, let's see. Roughly like 300 to 400 for most of them. How much does drinking industry have? Drinking industry isn't the most viewed, then we should riot. And then just repeat drinking industry until it's the most viewed. Okay, not the most viewed, but it's up there. I think the number one is First Year. I think is also the first one on the playlist. No, okay, it's the second one on the playlist. Main theme is the first one on the playlist. So we're training stray elephants for war. Does Whammy want to fight? I could put Whammy in the military if Whammy wants. We got 2 spots open. You do realize that all of the artists are in different parts of the world, right? So, like, getting everyone to sign it isn't that easy. I have a question. How long have you been planning that?
Execute order 66.
I am about to release Hellspawn onto Earth and try and fight them with a horde of elephants. Does that count as Order 66? Or is it just Order Elephant? About 20 seconds. Okay, good. Glad it wasn't that much time. How you doing, man? Chat, can I get a round of beers for Diagman being one of the longest running members of this community? But I hope you're doing well. Cheers, man. got back from Thanksgiving family stuff. Gotcha. Did you, like, go across country for that? Despite his getting kidnapped last time? Okay, I will put Whammy back in the military. Whammy, I got a job for you. Join the Miller, Whammy. Ouija board.
I'm finally off work and it's time for Dwarf. Fort heck yeah.
You're here just in time. Just in time. Best kind of time. We're taming the elephants for war, and that can only mean one thing. We're gonna fight them with the power of E! It's gonna be great. As we engrave many memorials. E, yes. You're gonna lurk and watch cute anime maids murder the shit out of each other? It seems like a normal course of action. Thank you very much for keeping that sub alive. And continuing to lurk. Should I just, like, make a stockpile of coins? Yeah, I got more gold and rose gold than I know what to do with, so... Make a bunch of coins. Also, I'm sorry, why do I literally apparently have no clothing makers? Like, you literally have clothes. Hold on, is stuff forbidden that I'm not aware of? No? Okay. Eggman watches a lot of anime. So it's probably some anime. I'd take a wild guess, but I'd probably be wrong. Okay, so why in the world didn't any of the other clothing jobs get added to the list when I did this? Okay, where the hell is all of this cloth then? I apparently have 2,000 cloth in my inventory, but the dwarves seem to be incapable of finding it. So where the hell is it then? It's probably like in the corner of a map in a bin somewhere. Nope, literally in those bins. All right, let's just queue all these jobs up again then. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that fixes it. Also, wow, literally nobody won the invests? That's a rip. Why? Pablo? DF hack doesn't actually add that much. Especially with, like, you know... Hold on a second, what? Oh, right, yeah, they put that... I forgot that they put that criminal into that cage. I need to burn him or something. But why would you be lost? It's not like DF hack changes the entire game. It's still more or less the same mechanically. Sure, but like the workflow is completely different for everybody, with or without DF hack. For instance, like I haven't touched this in so long. I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal as you think it is. Well, supposedly clothes can be made now. Let's just do this. Why are jobs canceling? Tell me, game. Okay, now they're doing it. All right, fuck it. Whatever. I don't know what's going on, but... Can't remember the last time I actually did clothing like this. I realize we're gonna die soon, but these dwarves haven't had proper new clothing in a very long time, so I want them to die comfy. Less than 5 days, dude. Less than 5. I mean, 4.5. According to Gremlin for Mayor, which is a super reliable, accurate source of completely legitimate information about pulling levers. I mean, releasing video games. I mean, someone should. All right, let's give these dwarves new clothing. Because I'm sure that they've earned it. We're also working on those coins. Seeing dwarves with coin-making jobs. What was that? Ah, yes. We got dogs becoming war dogs and elephants becoming war elephants. So you over here. This gets hooked up to this floodgate. 2 mechanisms. I can go up and over here. We're going to fill both of these up once that's done. Which is going to fill this up. Coming down off LNP was easy in the end, and you just don't stare at spreadsheets 10 hours a day? Coming down off? Like, stopping using Lazy Noob Pack? I don't know. I think a lot of people super duper 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 overthink the amount of difficulty Dwarf Fortress is if you don't use a particular install pack. It's really quite simple. Especially if you have any experience with old school PC gaming. You know, like sitting around and like fiddling out and figuring out how to make a game launch in DOS is infinitely more difficult than anything I've had to do in Dwarfort. And I was able to do that when I was like waist high. If I could do that then, I can do that now. It's not difficult, in my opinion. For me, it was launching Commander Keen, but at a friend's house. My friend teaching me how to, like, my other friend who was also like waist high, right? Like figuring out how, telling me, okay, you need to find this folder. Okay, well, once you found that, you type in this, and then you push the button and it goes tick, 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 tick. It makes all the computer noises, and then you press the go button. And one of my Masons withdraws from society. Glorious. You want to know what the only good thing that I've heard about Commander Keen recently is? Is that they canceled that mobile game. I don't know if any of you guys saw that, but there was a terrible looking mobile game that was announced for Daggerfall, and they canceled it. Very happy that they canceled it. Now let's hope that no Forgotten Beasts come flying out of here. Because there's at least 2 Forgotten Beasts that could very easily just walk through this and kill me. That's 1. And 2. Okay, cool. No more Forgotten Beasts. No, perfect. Just remembered beasts. No, did I say Daggerfall? I meant Commander Keen. They queued up they announced a Commander Keen phone game, which looked awful, and then canceled it very shortly after announcing it. Made most people quite happy to hear, myself included. And a Mason's Workshop queued up. Oh, now they're making the clothing. Although I wonder if it's because I queued them up. Nope, not because I queued them up. They queued them up. Well, fucking whatever. Whatever. It's fine. Is what it is. Yeah, two convos happening. I mean, it's Twitch chat, right? I mean, right now is the best time to be playing Daggerfall. Hey, Findale. Yeah, but they weren't making a respectable port. They were making a, like, kind of almost Space Invaders style one-finger phone game that you were... Hold on, let me just find that canceled Commander Keen game. So let me show you some screenshots of it. Commander Keen phone game. Yeah, this thing. This is actually the Google page for it. Anyway, yeah, it's like a weird deck builder thing. Here, hold on, let me see if I can find more. It was like a weird deck builder, like, but you have to, like, fight against enemies that are coming down from the top of the screen. It was like a weird... It was like a mix between Commander Keen... Or not Commander... It was like a mix between, like, a card game and, like, Space Invaders, kind of. I can't even find screenshots of it. Wow, they've erased this from the internet. But yeah, anyway, it was shown at either E3 or one of those big game announcement events a while ago. Morrowind has a mobile port? Really? Somebody fucking ported Morrowind to phones? That's fantastic. Yeah, Daggerfall Unity. Daggerfall Unity gets you 5 to 10 views? Wait, me? I don't know what it would get me. It would probably get me more than 5 to 10. I can get more than 5 concurrent viewers on Minesweeper. I'm sure I could get more than that on Daggerfall. I just don't really have any interest in playing Daggerfall. It's nothing against Daggerfall. It's just not something I really care to play. Huh, wow. I believe it. Oh, you got 5 to 10. Okay. I mean, that's not bad, actually. I don't know how much you've streamed, but 5 to 10 concurrent ain't bad. You know, I like to remind people that I streamed for like a solid 2 years before I got above 10 average. Should have kept at it. You might have had 20 by now. It takes a long time. Twitch is a grind. You need to remember that, like, especially for those of you who found my stuff recently, I've been doing this for about 10 years. And I say that now. It's actually, like, been 9 years and a month. But, like, I'm close to a decade at this now. And I'm still not successful, if that makes sense. I survive. I get by. But I ain't no runaway success story. You know, it's funny that you say that, FMG, because I could, like, just start rattling off like a list of streamers that, like, streamed for 2 weeks and then had 1,000 concurrent viewers ever since. Like, so, nope, they certainly happen overnight all the time. It's just you need to be lucky as fuck in the right place at the right time and know the right people. I've never had any of that. Aqua, you had another kid. How many kids have you had now? One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2, 3 adults. Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's up, Mixie?
Crypt Bear.
If you click on the notifications, FMG, it'll say who gifted it to you. I hope the chaos goes fantastically. You'll make sure to catch it later. Cheers, maybe P. And probably dump that water now. Uh-oh. Of course I locked the dwarf behind this. Bloody hell. Can you just deconstruct that wall piece, please? No, you can't? Okay, fine. Does Brewerman Gus have any kids? I don't think Brewerman has done anything but brew, but let's find out. You don't even have a spouse. Just some friends. So nope, no kids. No kids for old Gussie. You know what's real cute, too, on the topic of me being old and on Twitch for too long? Is Twitch keeps on inviting me to these, like, webinar things they keep doing. And it's not like some random scams, like actually Twitch. Like, they do it through the Twitch dashboard. And they do these Q&A sessions, too. And they always do them with different streamers. And every time I see the streamer, there was one that they did with Hafu, and I was like, okay, Hafu's been around for a while. Like, Hafu, I would actually like to know what she would have to say. But the vast majority of these people, I looked them up and it's like, you started streaming in 2019? My guy. It's like, yeah, sure, you might be way more famous than me and some esports person who, like, probably has about as much personality as a piece of cardboard. But, like, well, why do I want to hear what you have to say about my industry that I've been in for so long at this point that it predates your, like, internet access? Maybe I'm just some, like, closed-minded elitist these days, but also they have this weird annoying habit of, like, making all of those things during my streaming hours on, like, a Tuesday, and there's no way in hell I would not stream on a Tuesday to talk to some random streamer who's 5 years younger than me and significantly more famous than me for half an hour. That seems kind of like a waste of everybody's time. Guess at the end of the day, I'm just a closed-minded elitist. None of them have been with Ninja, though. Have an expensive setup and be popular? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. You know what I don't have? An expensive setup. And you know what? I am popular, just in very specific places on the internet. Although thinking of yourself as popular is like one of the most, like, what's the, I want to say like neurotic, but like, I don't know. It's really difficult for me to think of myself as popular. Niche popularity isn't popularity? I don't know. Some people would disagree with you, sir. It's not that kind of popularity. It's a different kind of popularity for sure. Like, am I famous? No. Do people on the internet know me in certain ways? Yes. Let's see if I can just... Actually, you know what? Let's channel that out. And then we will just build a wall. Why did I read that as I'd rather be edging than popular? Good lord, I've listened to way too much Blink-182 this past week. But yeah, no, I know what you mean, Maverick. Rather, you can't... you can't be... You gifted them a sub, Orange. You can't be... active in the online space of the Dwarf Fortress community without knowing who I am, which must suck if you don't like me. And there definitely are people out there who don't like me. There's not a lot of them, but there's a few of them. But we'll see. I don't know. Me? Orange? Don't make me, like, yell at you in your real name, mister. Mister, I get too drunk off of way too much alcohol and can't walk straight or, like, you know, not throw up. You don't know you? Oh, fair enough. What does choose a duck do? Well, you can't activate it right now, but it selects a rubber duck from the list of ducks. You can type in ! duck to see the list of ducks. And when the records are playing on this screen, I will put that particular duck on the record player for that day. So it's only redeemable once per stream. And you get to pick what duck we put on the record. You know, honestly, like, here's the thing. If you only ever look at the forums and the wiki, you would have no idea who I am. You have to be, like, active on, like, YouTube side of Twitch stuff to know who I am. All right, so we're going to dump a bunch of water down here. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully I don't flood this thing. See how fast this goes. I have no idea, actually. Okay, pretty reasonable speed. That's good. So this is going to flow down to here, which is going to flow down to here, which is going to flow down to here, which is going to flow over here, which is then going to flow down into here. And we're just going to wait until it muds most of this up. And also, if you're wondering why why we're putting coins there, that's extra ammunition for my soldiers. Red pyropes, hungry headbone, oval cut garnets, rami cloth, bronze bars, iron bars, sheepswool cloth, 3 pieces of obsidian, mason's workshop. Any bets on what that dwarf makes, chat? Pybergs is the 7th month. I don't recognize that name. Did you change your name, or do you just lurk?
To see some premium Dwarf Fortress content smile.
Same, but it's probably not going to be till the 6th, because I don't think I'm getting key early. But enjoy your lurks, and thank you. Can't wait to show you some premium Dwarf Fortress content. Hopefully you're still interested in watching it once you can play it yourself. No water yet? That water's flowing mighty slow. Oh, here it come. Your guess is a table? God, if it's a door, I'll be quite happy. I could use a door so much for taking out demons. That would be very helpful. Speaking of demons, what we're going to do is we're going to go down here. So 1 layer up. Let's go hatch. Cool, I've got plenty. So I have to remember to lock these when I release hell. So the way we're going to release hell... the way we're going to release hell is I'm going to... literally just channel down here, I think. These dwarves are very busy. But fortunately, we'll be able to fit, like, am I channeling now? No, I'm channeling right next to it. I'm prepping. I don't even have the elephants down here yet. I need to flood this, let it dry up so that moss starts growing a little bit. So I need this water to get down there, which is taking longer than I thought it would. But, you know, it is flowing. So I need this water to flow down there so that we can, you know, keep our elephants from starving when we pasture them down there, at least immediately. Their population will dwindle, I'm sure, so we won't have to worry so much about that. War elephants and combat dwarves versus demons, yep. And if I'm able to do it correctly, we should be able to let a couple of demons in at a time and fight them as efficiently as possible. And once the inevitable "you shall not pass" happens and they overwhelm us, then we will just pull the do not pull levers and laugh maniacally as a dragon runs around in our fortress and, you know, stuff happens. Tackett, what up? How it goes working on the car? You heard this new soundtrack? It's kind of fantastic, dude. To quote Clino Dev, Clino's favorite, most common comments he's seen is our soundtrack's great. When do we get part 2? Yeah, the do not pull lever releases demon, or releases a Forgotten Beast in the basement, and then we made a sequel to the Do Not Pull Lever, which is right beside the Do Not Pull Lever, which is called the Really Do Not Pull Lever. So there's the Do Not Pull Lever, and then there's the Also Do Not Pull Lever. The Also Do Not Pull Lever releases a dragon in my tavern, and the Do Not Pull Lever releases the Elephant Forgotten Beast in the basement. So both bad, but one demonstrably worse. Well, I mean, most of the dwarves aren't going to be fighting with the demons. I haven't seen a single were creature in this fort. So. And also, nobody's been pissy enough to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not yet. I could make one pretty easily. Uncle Gus. You say that like that's confirmed. No, nothing's been confirmed for vinyls yet. But Dabu was in chat earlier, and we all basically were just like, so when vinyl, yes? And Dabu was just like, if there's enough interest, and then we were all like, there's interest here, and they're like, how about a limited pressing of like 150? And we're all like, yeah, we'll sell that out. Anyway, Ineth the Mason has created Ushalrakus Al Aroth Ital, an obsidian hatch cover. Fuck yeah, we'll use it for the demons. And claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Olan Aukagi Cryptoil. Fitting. I'm just gonna wait until the ads are done. I love how you're the one who bought a Crossley most recently, Orange, and you're like, don't buy a Crossley. I mean, the main reason to not buy a Crossley is you'll have all of us yelling at you that you bought a Crossley. It's better to spend a little bit more money on a record player. You returned it? Hell yeah. It's better to spend a little bit more money on a record player and get a decent one than just buy something that's trash that you'll need to upgrade in 6 weeks, which is what a Crossley is. All right, so let's read about this this hatch cover. Treason Stranger, the Magic of Neutrality. Why didn't they just name it Sweden? Lamond, thanks for the 11th month. Welcome back.
Blurb.
Blurb, back at you. Chat, can I get a round of beers for the blurb? I'm assuming we're all through the ads now. It's worth 85,200. This is an obsidian hatch cover. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with point-cut red pyropes and studded with iron, and decorated with rami and circled with bands of oval obsidian cabochons, bronze and hungry headbone. This object menaces with spikes of obsidian and clear garnet. On the item is an image of a boogeyman in obsidian. On the item is an image of a single cut gem in sheep's wool. Well done. So, still bringing more coins down. How's the water's coming? When you move to Hawaii, it's heavy as shit, but can confirm good record player is good. Record players are also one of those things where if you like tinkering, they're worth waiting for a used one. It's worth it to get like a nice, pure analog, all mechanism, antique one. But they do require more fiddling. So you have to kind of like fiddling with things. Man. So, Tekken, I've got a question. Are you going to put up a video on day one of Dwarf Fortress being out explaining how to make it work on Linux? Because that might actually be a really smart thing for you to do right away. How to make Dwarf Fortress run on Linux. As an Arch Linux user, I feel like you're the person to do this. Because somebody asked me to do that earlier today. And considering I don't have any experience with that shit, I think that might be a good idea. And considering Steam Decks run on a fork of Arch Linux, just saying, it might not be a bad idea. Here's the thing about most YouTube tutorials. Vast majority of YouTube tutorials are explaining how to do something that's extraordinarily simple that nobody actually needs to watch a tutorial for. They're just looking for confirmation that they do, in fact, know how to do it. Like the number of tutorials I've made on YouTube that's just like, you click this, drag it here, done. I've made at least 5 of those, and they're some of my most viewed videos. So, like, I'm just saying. You feel the majority of Linux users will already know? Okay, you want to know what the majority of Linux users are now? Not the people like you on a desktop computer, okay? The vast majority of Linux users are people who don't know shit about Linux on Steam Decks going, why don't you work? The fuck? And so, considering that demographic, I would say that it's probably worth your time, even if it, takes you an hour or 2. I would just say it might be worth it to cram that out real quick before it gets ported to Linux. All right, so let's get a couple doors in here. This is going to be our entrance to hell right here. Look at that. I mean, 3-minute video tutorials are very popular. You forgot to install certain dependencies, hoping Steam release will make things easier using Proton. I'm assuming it will be. I'm assuming it will be easy peasy. I know that there's some weird things with Steam where if the game doesn't natively run, you have to fiddle with a few things to make it run, but like you have to allow it to download non-OS compatible products or something. Have I made any big plans? My plan for the first few things I do is literally just gonna be fiddling around with stuff. Like I want to do some science and like mess around a bit. But my first big fort, I want to do a like Cavern Layer 2 or Cavern Layer 1. Like either one, whichever one's more interesting Cavern Layer, and build like a castle in the caverns. Just because I want to mess around with the new cavern agitation mechanics. And for the love of Christ, I want to see some Forgotten Beasts. Like, oh, that's the one thing we haven't seen yet, guys. Forgotten Beasts. Like, oh. Your plan is, it's like, let's make danger farms. Let's make farms like close to an army of Crundles and see what happens. Make a beast zoo? Hell yeah, exactly. Like, let's see what kind of collections we can get. Have we seen engravings? Maybe. Starter pack? It's just a, like, you know Minecraft mod packs, Infinity? LNP is, or Dwarf Fortress starter pack, is like basically just a mod pack that's quite popular that bundles in some utilities and a few tools and a bunch of tile sets with Dwarf Fortress. So instead of downloading Dwarf Fortress and it just being a weird zip file, you click a button and it launches nicely. Basically, it's like a pre-packaged Dwarf Fortress install for people. But yeah, that's kind of my plan, is to try and see if we can do nothing like super crazy. Like I don't plan on going full insane right away. You know, I mean, I'm still going to stick around like similar style to the kinds of forts I've done up until now. He says the guy who spent 20 hours building 3 glass towers to fire walls of lava and things. But, you know, I'm not planning on going stupidly crazy, okay? Someone is watching Blind Play DF. You need to realize, you know, we do this a couple times a week anyway. Chat, if you've played Dwarf Fortress before, or played Dwarf Fortress actively, type in 1. If you've never played Dwarf Fortress before, or haven't played Dwarf Fortress in like over a decade, hit 2. Let's see the split. See, there's a few people who probably wouldn't know what LNP is. That makes sense. Kleno should have hit 2 just to troll. Now, I don't have a number for this one, but how many of you have played Dwarf Fortress for the first time in the last week? Hail beauties. That might be the title of my stream on day 1. You're saving yourself for Steam? Like 2 weeks ago? I haven't played 47.05 for months. Shut up, Clown. Pretty much. It's like, keep bragging, okay? You're not supposed to say nana nana boo boo. You're saying nana nana boo boo. And Clino's been playing version 5.01. You know also something, Clino? I have a question. Did you genuinely not know what version number they were going to use for premium when you submitted that question for me for Zach and Tarn? Because you're the one who submitted that question. Did you genuinely not know? Because you'd been playing that version for a while. Was it already labeled 0 or 5.0.1? Because you don't want to get burnt out before launch, true. Yeah. Yeah. Because they're working on a variety of sparts for the main RNG attributes? Oh, I'm sure. But also, like, they're definitely just saving shit for launch. Like, there's a reason why content creators aren't getting key until day 1. Trust me. And the reason I say that, Merc, is because, like, remember, this is Bay 12 Games we're talking about. This is a studio of 2 brothers that likes to patch their game at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday without telling anybody. After saying, it'll be out soon a week before. Like, I feel like if Zach and Tarn had their way, they wouldn't announce a release date and then would just be like, by the way, guys, it's out. Go get it. Like, these are the kinds of people that are releasing this game. I'm not, you know, honestly, I've not been in an adventure mode mood for a while. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna wait until Premium gets adventure mode before I go back to adventure mode again. Nothing against adventure mode, it's just, I messed around with adventure mode a bunch when Villains Part 1 came out. And I just, every time I mess around with adventure mode, I was just like, I just want the rest of the villain shit. You wanted them to say it was labeled, but if you'd seen how much and how fast stuff changed in testing, you'd understand why I asked. Now, you know, now I'm bloody curious about that. That seems like it must have been an exciting process. Like you tuning into my streams when I'm cranky on a Tuesday, all excited because a bunch of shit had changed, and I'm just like, shut up, Kleno. About something unrelated. The time is subjective is kind of a big indicator of that. It's more or less what you expected, some sort of what happened, but people usually get a month's notice. DF got 3 weeks. Yeah, no, I mean, like, Nintendo has been, like, sort of quick releasing games recently, right? But, like, even Nintendo quick releasing games is like, oh, well, they announce it 4 months before release, which is like fast for games now, right? But like Dwarf Fortress is, you know, honestly, I think that this is the way to do releases. You know, you just kind of you announce the game way before it's out, right? So you don't catch people too off guard, and then when the game is actually ready to go, you just say it's ready to go, and then it's ready to go. That's the way to do it, in my opinion. I'm just blocking this off so the water flows where it needs to go. Also, I'm going to place a bunch of this. Or rip this floor up. Place a bunch of floor and rip it up so stuff grows on it. I mean, it seemed to work out fine for Star Citizen. Second. Never got the hang of the controls aside from accusing people of being night creatures. Not too much different from me. I'm looking at you, Marty Stratton. Yeah, pretty much. Wait, have you given Star Citizen money, Tekken? You're almost positive that all the menus in the main screen controls changed between the Zack videos and the out. You're almost positive all the menus and main screen controls. What do you mean by main screen controls? Changed between the Zack videos and the Alexander videos? You don't think anyone ever noticed? So when you say controls, do you mean like keyboard controls? What do you mean by controls in this definition? Check demo. What, for Star Citizen? Not really. You know what, screw it. We'll just put mud everywhere. It's fine. Oh, the order of placement of things on the bottom bar. Well, I mean, the icons changed. But that doesn't surprise me. I don't think anybody would notice that. There's no real reason to. Of course stuff's gonna change like that. Tell them to put hotkey indicators on the icons. Honestly, it irks me that the hotkeys pop up above the build menu icons instead of like just being in the title of each item. I tend to agree with Tekkid, but it's too late at this point, I think. It's too late. You mean like how the construction stuff worked, Leno? I seem to remember a different version. I remember a version of them popping up on the left without a background once. But honestly, I feel like that's also something that, like, remember, this is still Dwarf Fortress, right? You know the old term of how everything is a work in progress? Dwarf Fortress is like a tattoo. It's always a work in progress. And all of the UI that they've added, I still think is subject to change. If something, like, in release is heavily complained about, I would not be surprised at all if they are just like, oh, done, changed. I mean, like, even, like, Odd Realm has had, like, 4 different UIs in its development. Songs of Six has had 2. Just to name 2 other examples. I have a question, Ol Hockey Thighs. Do you actively play Star Citizen? Here's the thing. I agree with you, just to be clear. But do you actively play Star Citizen? Okay, so I have a friend who does actively play Star Citizen. He plays maybe 20, 30, 40 hours a week. Star Citizen's free to play, by the way. You can just play it. You don't need to pay for it. You won't have a ship, but you don't need to pay for it. You can jump on other people's ships and go for a ride and do other stuff. I have a friend who streams quite a bit of Star Citizen, right? Now, granted, he gets paid to play it, but it's a playable game. It's a big open world sandbox. It's more of a game than a lot of survival games are that are for sale on Steam. So the reason I don't agree that it's egregiously overpriced and a bullshit business model. Yes. But they put their studios in places where rent was cheap. They hired people from countries that have lower pay wages. They didn't build a studio in San Francisco. We're not in ads right now, or it shouldn't be anyway. Ad doesn't start for 9 minutes. So keep in mind that, yes, their business model is bullshit. Completely agree with you. But as a game that is in eternal development at that scale, they're kind of like the high-budget version of Dwarf Fortress. So just realize the thing that you're hating on here is literally the exact same design philosophy as Dwarf Fortress. Infinite features, infinite possibility. As long as people keep throwing money at it, we'll keep developing it. And that game has its audience, and they really like it. So is Star Citizen, DJ Boom Boom Shrimp. Star Citizen is free to play. So, although there are points where they lock off free signups and then they'll give away ships, so you just need to sign up for their email list and they will send you an email and be like, this ship is free, and then you can go play. So, yes, you're right. It's an egregious, disgusting, awful business model. But it's not a scam. It's a perfectly playable, broken-ass early access game that has a shit ton of content and a bunch of really dumb stuff that it doesn't need to have. And the people who like it love it. It's not an apples-to-apples comparison, old hockey thighs. Okay? So I don't like people calling Star Citizen a scam. You know what's a scam? CryptoPunks. FTX. The Bored Ape Yacht Club. That's a scam. Star Citizen is just an expensive game. That's it. I don't see people calling Genshin Impact a scam. That game is literally a casino. I don't see people calling that a scam. Genshin Impact is more expensive than Star Citizen. At least in Star Citizen, you know what you're buying. Is it stupid? Yes. But you know what you're buying. Anyway, I don't like having this argument with people because it's like, it's a game I don't like and don't want to play and don't care about, but I understand enough about how this industry works to at least realize that it's not a scam. Anyway. There's in-game dealerships and everything you can pay cash for? Sure. Or you can just go hang out on your friend's ship and make some money in-game and then buy one with in-game money. It's just a shitty business model. It's not a scam. Same. I fucking hate the price tag too. But it's not a scam. If anything, I would argue it's less of a scam than a lot of AAA games these days. Loot boxes are a bigger scam as far as I'm concerned because you don't even know what you're fucking buying. Let that game exist. Quit being salty for a game you don't give a shit about and don't play. It's weird. Like, I would agree with you that it's a scam if their headquarters was based in a very expensive city, if they hired a bunch of people that are named programmers from expensive studios with high salaries, and I would agree with you if they'd closed down randomly. No, I'm playing devil's advocate. There's a difference. They built studios in Eastern Europe. They built studios in countries in Europe with cheaper rent. They hired cheap staff straight out of school. And they're keeping the thing funded. I don't know about that, but it's certainly an internet psyop. So. I see what you mean now, Calthor. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know. I don't understand why people just sit there and, like, bitch about a game that's getting developed. It's like, yeah, I also don't give a shit about Star Citizen, but, like, why do we have to, like, call it something it's not all the time? Although you guys should see how mad fucking Genshin Impact fans get when I call it a casino. It's kind of hilarious, actually. Clearly. Good win, Rog. I mean, I've bought into Kickstarters that have never shipped. People are just mad at Star Citizen because Star Citizen hasn't put out their single player stuff yet. And you know what? Fair. Like, if you want to be like, fuck you, Star Citizen, put out your single player game. I'll sit there and I'll agree with you. Yeah, fuck that. Why? But I'm not going to agree with you that it's a scam. Because it's not. It's a perfectly playable, busted-ass video game. And there are plenty of perfectly playable, busted-ass video games on the internet. It just happens to be a kind of expensive one. And business models in games have gotten to a point where Star Citizen, as stupid as some of the stuff in that game that they've sold is still a fairer business model than having to pump hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of $10 pulls into a character to get your waifu in fucking Honkai Impact or Diablo Immortal and Warframe is a very rare example of an extraordinarily fair. It's like Warframe is like the one example. It's like it's like most free-to-play games are casinos. It's like Warframe, sure. Okay, so that's one out of how many million? Okay, maybe not million. One out of how many thousand? Obviously, Warframe's the exception because they're Canadian. Come on. The Canadians are going to be fair. Hear me? Find me another studio that hasn't had some rando figurehead at the top that ran off with a lot of money. That's just normal-ass video game bullshit at this point, Merc. Guild Wars 2 is a pretty fair... actually, I would say RuneScape was a pretty fair free-to-play back in the day, but whatever. What's the last thing I backed on Kickstarter? A record that Sergeant Thunderhoof, their third full-length record, was the last thing I kickstarted. Although if you're going to ask me what's the last game I kickstarted, I don't really kickstart games. Last game I kickstarted, probably Starmancer. Just, it's out, it's fine. In early access. I didn't play enough, like, PlanetSide 2 to really know what its business model is. All right, so I'm not going to get this done. That's fine. I'm just going to go put a cork on the top of it. Just not worry about it. I've played System Shock, not the original, that upcoming version. Not even the demo. I've played like the full game. It's coming along. Yep. It might actually be good. Was kind of my thought after playing that extended PAX on the floor exclusive demo. which was like, this might actually be good. It's the only game I played at PAX West this year. No, they're remaking the original System Shock. I think they're making a System Shock 3. I don't know if that'll ever come out, though. Vehicle horns are very easy to forget about, admittedly. Everybody stopped playing PlanetSide 2 when they abandoned it to make a Battle Royale game. And then everybody forgot about it by the time that they decided that they didn't want to make that Battle Royale game anymore. All right, so we're just going to let them deconstruct all that. Dwarves minting gold coins. Still making cloth socks and everything. How's our clothing looking? Dwarves are finally getting better clothing. They are content after putting on a well-crafted item. But yeah, they're making a System Shock 3, but considering like I don't know. I think I would have more hope for a new Deus Ex than a new System Shock. But then again, I'm not a historically particularly hopeful person, so. I played PlanetSide 2 solo. And I enjoyed it. Put like 40 hours into that game. That means a lot. Santiago Buddha, I think is how you say that. It's a very old-fashioned style of streaming I do. By that I mean like all the people that I always wanted my stream to be like don't stream anymore because they're from ancient history times on Twitch. All right, who lost their baby? Aqua, where'd you put your baby? Aqua keeps canceling stuff because seeking infant. Where is Aqua's infant? Okay, well, you found your infant. That's good. So we're making coins. Get some other dwarves into the military if I can. Hey, the subtitles are back. The subtitles are in fact back. But yeah, no, I mean, I've always tried to make my streams feel like the streams I like watching, which are all really old school Twitch people. What's new school? Not to like call people out, but like what's new school? Go to the front page of Twitch right now. Scroll down to the category just chatting. Click on that and find somebody with like more than 50,000 viewers. So go watch Kai. I'd say watch Hassan, but yeah, just go pick something random out of this. That's new school. Go watch Kai. You'll know what I mean pretty quickly. And by old school, I mean we'll never have 100,000 concurrent viewers, is what I mean. Not trying for popularity, just trying for consistency. Also, that dude makes more in a day than I do, just off of ad revenue, probably, than I do in a year. Thank you. That's all I really got going for me these days. All these youngins and their new streams. My let's go? Nah. No, thank you. I'm good. Cheerleader vibes don't really work here. Nap time vibes do. But, I don't know. The one real benefit, I guess, about streams like mine is I can tolerate my audience. And when people are like, blind, I'm in town, let's go get a beer. And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do that. And I'm not worried about getting mobbed by 50 teenagers. It's like, me and my audience, we tolerate each other. New streamers and, like, new era streamers and their audience, streamers are terrified of their audience, and their audience just wants to, like, crush them. Mostly. I mean, yesterday when my chat was moving pretty quick, Orange and Neodune, we actually put on a 5-second delay so I can keep reading chat. That's the kind of channel this is. Also, I suddenly feel old. This person commented on my video from this morning 22 minutes ago, and they say, "I'm so disgustingly excited for this. I've been playing Dwarf Fortress since I was a kid, and having actual graphics and UI is a dream come true." I'm playing since I was a kid. Oh my. Oh my. Anyway, I guess I have been too. Shit. You just have you have to put up with the occasional viewer that gets banned from bar washrooms. It's fine when you're not drunk in my chat. Like, there's definitely been a few days, Orange, where you just pop in and just start all caps typing with a lot of spelling errors about how the bartender didn't talk to you enough and you thought that you were being mean to her or something. And I'm just like, dude, drink water, go to bed. What are you doing? Just, I guess the problem with having a bunch of adults that watch your stream. Like, every now and again, somebody has a bad night, and then it's just like, how much have you had to drink? Yes. Okay, good. Go to bed. Hey, Forgotten Beast has come. A Forgotten Beast Kul has come. A towering cicada. It's very loud, composed of water. Oh. It has a short trunk, and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its deadly spittle. We shall make it go splat. Get 'em, boys. Some troglodyte will slap it to death, probably. Bugs are weak. And creatures made of water are weaker. I think I may have just told my dwarves to go somewhere they can't reach. Yes. Pretty sure they can't even reach it. Let's see if it makes it to my fort. We'll go kill it. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, it can fly. Okay. Yeah, it can definitely reach us. Buggy? 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 Buggy! There's too many critters on the map. Oh, there it is. Pause. Get it! Last time you had an extra Bloody Mary, a girl got your number? Wow. Damn, dude. Last time I had too much to drink in a bar, I got kicked out. That's not totally true, but... Yeah, that's actually the better question. Did she call you? My assumption is probably not. But... who knows? Based on how much you talk in DMs, I think I know where that story goes. Tekken. Wait, some you can breathe on them and they fall apart. I mean, I've told the story about the evil ball of snow that tried to push a dwarf that was sleeping off of a cliff, and then a troglodyte walked past and smacked it, and it died without even waking the dwarf up. One of the most memorable, air quotes, fights I've ever seen. Yeah, I can't say I've ever gotten a response from a number I got at a bar. Never had somebody respond to one of those. And it's dead. What even happened? The wrestler Unib struck it with an adamantine shield, breaking away a piece of the tissue. The wrestler punches the forgotten beast. The wrestler punches the forgotten beast in the abdomen with his right hand, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Punched it to pieces. How the heck did? Oh, there's a hole in my floor right here. Well, that's bad. Plug that. God, these dwarves are so busy. Sure, this is whatever happens in advanced tip. Yeah, that's smart. Tekken, we have to get you up to either PAX West or PAX East, or one of the other video game events at some point. Although maybe that would be a bad idea. I have a feeling I know how that would end. Last time I got drunk at a bar, I went back the next night and gave the bar $20. The bartender $20 as an apology? Wow. Man, I don't think I've ever done that. There was a time that I got... So this was during the pandemic again. And there was this bar that I used to like going to that I haven't been to in a bit. Because I do not like their staff there these days. But there was this bartender who was real cool. Who was working there. Their debit machine wasn't working. Like, just straight up, their debit shut down. Right around the time it was time for me to pay my bill. And so debit and credit were down. So they suddenly became cash only. And he's like, you know, you can just leave. Like, that's fine if you don't have cash. Like, we don't have an ATM. So, like, you know, if you, like, you owe us $25, but, like, you know, you can do what you want. So I literally just, like, walked across the street, walked up the street, walked to my bank, took out $40 cash, walked back and just handed it to him. He's like, I totally was expecting you to just leave. I've never given apology dollars to a bar before. I generally just tip heavily if I'm blasted. Which doesn't happen very often. All right, so these dwarves are finishing up the last few bits of things that we need. We are finishing things up. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to let them finish off these clothing jobs, and that's kind of our timer. When those clothing jobs are done, we're going to go through and start removing things. Is what we're going to do. I'm going to get rid of all of these repeating jobs, though, that I queued up. So we're going to let all of those... Can't wait for the dwarf apocalypse. Then we're going to need to repasture my elephants and dogs down in the basement. Then I need to make sure that everything is plugged, so there's not going to be any demons flying into areas I don't expect them to. I've been at... Ask Hobo about parties we've been to with open bars. The nice thing about this industry is there are companies that think that we are much more valuable than that we actually are, and they like to pay for a lot of drinks. It's been a while, though. Haven't been to one of those since 2019. Yeah, cash just doesn't exist here. With a twist of lime sigh. Yeah. Hey, man, you can do worse with than club soda, though.
This is madness. Madness.
It's been a while, though, Hobo. It's been a while.
Yeet.
I do owe you one after Vegas, though. I don't want you to go to an open bar, Orange. Although, I want to say, honestly, one of my favorite parties I've ever been to was one that Hobo wasn't at, because it was at Boston. Or it was in Boston, which was PAX East. Just because I was able to get a +1, +6 in. Normally, it's like I can get one other person into a party, but the company that was organizing it, Blaine Humphreys, who works for Woovit, literally just sent me a DM on Twitter and was like, dude, we got lots of space. If you want to just bring more friends, bring more friends. And so we were like, I'm like, can I bring 6 people? And he goes, yeah, that's fine. So I managed to bring RSG, his 2 friends, plus an extra person, plus DJ, all to one, with one invite. That was fun. What's the purpose of the coins? So dwarves have a skill. Okay, it's called miscellaneous object, where they pick up a random items off the ground and go, whoop, throw it. Skilled wrestlers and military dwarves are particularly good at this skill. The best hand-thrown projectile in Dwarf Fortress are coins. It's like the equivalent of a shotgun. They grab little handfuls or individual ones and just go, boom, and throw them. And I've got unlimited gold, so I've just been cranking out coins and putting them in a big stockpile. Yeah, that's the proudest I've ever been about getting you into a thing. What's that one? That was the proudest I've ever been. That was TwitchCon 19, right? The rooftop one? I literally, like, name-dropped the guy that was running the party. To get into the event. I apologized to him afterwards. He's like, you little son of a... Yeah, no, dwarves literally throw money at their problems. Spreading, like, eat my endgame capitalism. Boom! There we go, some stuff's growing. What you love to see. So this is where we're gonna dig too deep. Down here. So this will let Amethyst Brutes, Brute of Steams, a lot of Brutes of Steam, Amethyst Brutes, Clear Devils. So Brutes of Steam, Towering Ceratops. It's Towering Ceratops, composed of steam. They have a pair of squat antennae and they squirm and fidget. Not very strong. Clear Devils. Towering one-eyed aphids. They have lacy wings, and they undulate rhythmically. Their clear exoskeleton is warty. Beware their poisonous vapors, which knocks you out, by the way. Then we have amethyst brutes, which also have deadly dust, which makes you bleed uncontrollably, but it doesn't kill you. They just need a shower, from what I can tell. Large mandibles, and they squirm and fidget. They're snake flies. We have those like fire demons, which are flaming tarantulas. That's another Wrath of Snow. And then there are the, not flaming, but how many are right there? Okay, it's just one. So there's the flaming tarantulas, and then there's another thing. There's like humanoids composed of flame. Flatlines, but they can go down. They just can't go up. They can't be fired. Well, archers can fire up, but catapults and ballistas only go in a straight line. Yes. They will use those same they will use those same mechanics for crossbows. To the point where, like, I've put coins in my taverns before just to use as throwable projectiles in case of, like, sudden surprise were-creature attack and whatnot. Let's just put the dogs down here because they don't need to worry. Let's just go for war dogs. Could also bring some war cats. They might scratch something. Well, you just need to make sure that they have skills in miscellaneous object. As long as they have skills in miscellaneous object, they're quite effective. To the point where, like, the reason I stopped putting coins in my taverns was a dwarf would tantrum, and then they would just turn into a pincushion, which is, like, everybody would just pick stuff up and chuck it at them. Or, like, a dwarf would tantrum and start, like, flipping coins at people and just one-tap people with coins. Also, how many coins have I even made? I haven't even made like half of them. Dwarves are still making clothing. I mean, if you want some really dumb tantrum shenanigans, put coins everywhere. I'm just a little death coin pile in the hallway. Yeah, it's great. And then when you're done with the coins, you melt them down, and each individual coin becomes a bar instead of, you know, 500. You get 500 coins per bar, and then each coin, if you melt it, turns into a full bar by itself. So if they throw coins around, then you're making money. Not only are you, like, jumping into endgame capitalism by killing things with your finances, but also, chat, I got something very important to do. You see this cage? This cage right here has a zombie in it. This zombie not only stole from me on many, 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 many occasions from multiple forts over hundreds of years, but they admitted to it. So we've had them in a cage now for a bit. We're going to dump them into some lava. How's that sound? To kind of like start off the apocalypse of Stonewater. Throw coins at... Nah. No, that they don't feel pain. Beat him to a dragon? Nah. It might kill the dragon. Like I don't want you guys to get too excited about dragons because dragons, it's a zombie. We're going to burn it. We're going to burn him, sir. If we threw him in water, he would just walk out. Can I use the zombie as web bait? I'm literally just going to throw him into lava. Into the lava? No, we're going to carry him up to the top of one of the towers in the cage. And then throw the cage and the zombie into lava. Part of the reason stuff's getting done so slowly right now is everybody's putting their own clothing away because everybody is getting new clothes right now. Gotta look good before you die, you know? That dwarves need shields for dragons? Dwarves need shields. Just kind of period. This is why Twitch just added shield mode. It's to celebrate the launch of Dwarf Fortress, of course. Carmack help you there. Well, best of luck with your art. We'll be in touch, Deckard. So, chat room. I have a personal goal for Dwarf Fort. This is a very personal goal. And my personal goal / hope is that Dwarf Fortress gets more than 60,000 concurrent players on launch. And I do have a reason for this specific number. RimWorld's all-time top player count ever was 60,000. Pretty legitimate hope, I think. Actually, it's not quite 60,000 on the dot. What was their top ever player count? RimWorld. 60,789. So 6,790. 60,790 is what we need to peak at. Nobody coming to check this? Nobody? Nobody's coming to check this. Dwarves just have too much to do. Well, remember that game that like got me all excited, that sent me that like press release saying they had over 1 million wish lists. That game had 80,000 concurrent players over their first night. Chat, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, and then we will just kind of, I guess, wait until all these dwarves put their clothes away, and then we're gonna let hell loose. You're shocked Project Zomboid's player count is still so high? It's a great game, but it isn't going to be a major update in probably another year or two. It's excessively moddable, and most of the people playing that game are playing very modded. I'll be back in a moment. Also, ads are going to run. Apologies to anybody who doesn't like ads, but it'll push them from happening later, so back in a bit. Ah, perfect. We are transporting the criminal to the lava. You wish the pizza being advertised was anywhere near as good as it actually looks. I watched a documentary on, like, food presentation relatively recently. And, like, presenting food for commercials and such. It was, like, a 40-minute long thing. And, yeah, it's a lot of, like, super glue and, like, 3D printing food stuff that looks like other things that's actually made of weird gelatins and stuff. So now I'm trying to think, what's the best music from this soundtrack to play for sacrificing a criminal who has caused us a lot of pain? Glue instead of milk. Yep. Watered down glue. So this criminal that's in this cage that this dwarf is carrying is a necromancer's servant who has plotted and infiltrated just about every single one of my forts in this world, of which I've made over a dozen. The actual, like, history of it, if I go to this screen and I go to this person, theft, and espionage, go to counterintelligence, these are all of their previous crimes. So they've been going after me since the year 174 over different forts that I've been in. And there's more. 164? So associated organization with Urwa, Wield Sweltered. They tried to steal one of my artifacts in 263. 265, they tried to steal a different one of my artifacts. They took a false name, like 3 separate aliases that all have gone after multiple forts. These are all of the aliases. This is actually one of the most advanced UIs in the game, by the way. They've used all of these different aliases to infiltrate the Sweltering Sands, Halls of Defending. They stole an artifact in 176. They infiltrated the Climactic Dwelling, the Crimson Joys. These are all my previous forts and groups. They infiltrated the Ancient Beard, the Glum Water, the Teal Mirth, all my groups. They infiltrated the Scorching Lobster. Yeah. So, I mean, if you remember that, actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to take a screenshot of these and just stick them in Discord and we can look at it in Legends. So that's who that person is. They were imprisoned outside in one of my towers for a while. Also, I would like to remind everybody that I did back up this save before we started playing again today after my lunch break. That pizza's good? Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, I seem to remember shooting down that idea of going to that pizza shop because pizza's just bad for me. But I believe that Evel Knievel's family would hire the right people to make a good pizza place. All right, so I'm going to We're on some Death Spiral. Yeah, let's just throw this on. Get fucked. There he goes. That melted quick. Don't even see it burning. Wow. Watch him still be alive. I've got a second one to dump too. We also got this one. Got part 2 to do now, which is this one. Their accomplice. Just don't use the response option is my statement. Just at people when you want to talk to them. So much easier. That's not too uncommon, but I don't know about the Evil Knievel one. All of these dwarves are just storing their owned items. I guess I could just forbid everything, but like, I kind of want these dwarves to be able to put their stuff away, you know? Like, the reason stuff's getting done so slowly is because we're making a ton of clothing, and basically every dwarf is getting a new piece of clothing. And I'm like, yeah, we'll wait until the last of the clothing is going out. And we're like, still working on it. All right, so that's one execution down. Now we just gotta wait for the second one. I'm seeing a ghost. Let's get all those memorials built. Yeah, it looks like they've just got the shoes and the socks left. But you know what? Dwarves, you guys have made enough clothing. I'm sure that's plenty. Finish up the last of those jobs. Put stuff away for a little bit. Let's follow goats around. What goats goes and does. We've also made plenty of coins too. Cancel all the jobs. It's time to get cleaned up for the apocalypse. Gotta look our best, you know? And honestly, you know, I haven't said this enough this month, I think, but, or at least in the last month, but I do owe you guys a big thank you. You know, something that is kind of an interesting stat for me, anyways, is the huge increase in returning viewers on my YouTube account. Because normally, like, when a video does well on my YouTube channel, and I look at the stats, it's like, where are these viewers coming from? It always says returning viewers and new viewers. Normally, during, like, over the past 2 years or whatever, it's always new viewers with some returning viewers whenever I put out a new DF News video that does well. It's always a lot of new viewers and then some returning viewers. This past month has been overwhelmingly returning viewers and some new viewers, which is really neat. I'm expecting it to change more in the direction of new viewers once premium's out, but it's really kind of interesting seeing that graph going directly into the returning primarily category. That is really cool. It's been a fun thing to witness. It's been a fun thing to watch, so thanks for hanging out with me on this ride. And now we're going to end this last fort. So what we're going to do is I'm going to select all of this. We're going to grab all of our war elephants. Turns out to be a lot of calves, not a lot of war elephants. But we're going to bring all the war elephants. I could also bring down all the Crundles for the lulz, but I think we'll just leave the Crundles. You know you're even quicker to snatch up any bit of new info? Yep. A lot of people watch those things, and it's kind of crazy to me. Speaking of things, you know, I'm kind of happy that the future of the fortress for today isn't out yet. Because I get to sleep and not worry about it until tomorrow. Oh, it's probably going to pop up in like an hour. So we're now pen and pasturing the elephants. It's going to be fun. I'm really curious to see how the Future of the Fortress videos do after launch, actually. Because they've been slowly doing better. The first few I did got, like, the first one I did got like 5,000 views, and then the rest, few after that got like a couple thousand. But shall we get a last overview of the named dwarves? NetJam Jr., Lil Osan, Spice, Goats, Phoenix the Dwarf, Animal, Bryn Bjorn, who grew up in this fort, actually. Was a kid, recently grew up. Sax is here. Razlime, White Dog, Marriott, Okagi, Reza, Onyx, Exo Banisher, Trevor in VR, Urist, aka Bastet, Etude, H2O4S, Audio, Aquafunkalistic Booty Wap, Potato King, Wendigo, Tapioca, Fight Attack, who survived breaking both their legs, Gus, who's drinking, fitting, Rolf, Rory, Zip Zoom, Under the Brim, Nortram, Omega Loaf, Footloose, Animal, Whammy, what was that one? That's something lizard? Ultimate Lizard, Crass and Painless, Hazaza, Seashore's Wall, Curses, Impalification, Piranha, Amateur, and CS Silurion? I don't know how to pronounce that one. Render, Kajiro, and that is everybody. We who were to those brave and to those wise enough to not show up here, we look at you with envy because we were dumb enough to go here. As the elephants make their way to the siege room. Yeah, Curtain, you were one of the dwarves that like yeeted yourself into lava. I remember going, oh no, oh man. I'm like almost a little bit emotional at this fort. What the fuck? Coming for everybody eventually. It's like I'm saying goodbye to this UI, but not totally though, because like Long Death will return. It's just gonna take a break. This is a historical event. I don't know about that. That's being a bit generous, but streamers do survive off of other people's generosity, so. Speaking of historical events, Stone, you and me, I think we're the first two people to 100% cheese runner. By the way. Just thought I'd mention that. Completely relevant historical events. Okay, we're bringing the dogs in. You know what's funny? There is a chance we win this fight. Like, I'm just, like, expecting to lose. I mean, we got these guys. These gigantic tarantulas composed of flame. They have a pair of knobby antennae and a bloated body. Beware their poisonous bite. The problem is they're very burny. And then all of these things just flying down here. There still is a chance we win. There is a chance that we win. Let's just wait for the elephants. Still got a lot more to go. All these gray E's. Tickets, I think, is what you're looking for. I've thought about renaming them to coins or something. But honestly, I don't want them to sound like money. Just fucking jam into these beats. Even more dwarves running up. Okay, so I'm going to jump to where my military is right now. Going to remove them from up here. I'll follow down here, and I'm going to assign those squads to that armor stand that I just put there. Watch us get sieged in the middle of this, by the way. Just making sure that this does actually go where I need it to go. Okay, so yes, this does. It does, in fact, go where I need it to go. That's going to be our exit. Okay, so that's all sealed off down there. The way we're going to let them in is we're going to dig through this down here. Gonna go pick up heavy things and put them back down. All right, Hobo. Have a good time at the gym. All right, let's get the military training down here. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the military to show up. And then we turn on the burrows. And, literally unleash hell. So some of the dwarves are picking up equipment, which we should let them do. Let's just turn off the squads, and we'll turn them back on. Make them move. Cancel what they're doing. So they're all going to go get new clothing. What was that? Oh, I see. Soap. You can tell that the jobs are quieting down because dwarves are actually going up here to socialize. You gotta have that fresh drip for your funeral. You know, I did a cult fort once. And the way we ended the cult fort was I had all of the dwarves stand on a platform, and then they pulled a lever, and then the platform fell into the magma sea. It was one of the best endings I ever did to a fort. They all got fresh robes before they fell into the lava sea. And I make sure the entrance is full of lava so no one can escape. I mean, there's going to be a dragon loose in my fort in a moment. I don't know, I think leather shoes are more their style. We're just letting our dwarves pick up equipment and head home. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do the no one can escape thing. I mean, I could just raise the drawbridges. Don't really need to... I mean, if I want to flood the fort with lava, that's real easy to do. But, like... They always want to... They're like big wild animals. They want to rip you apart. You know what? No. I'll leave the gates open. I'll leave the gates open. Okay. I love the pen past your stray kitten thing. The fact that I've got kittens booked to a pasture somewhere is fucked up to me. But apparently we do. They're now finally going to combat training. But you can tame dragons. So, and if you have a breeding pair, you could theoretically domesticate dragons, I think. But it would take a very, 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 very long time. Because they take hundreds of years to mature. Good and bad are subjective from the point of view of the dragon. They are bad tiny creatures shooting at them and bashing it. Yeah, pretty much. New fort goal, domesticated dragons. No. That's all I have to say. Just no thanks. I'm good. This is some pretty intense going to combat training feels. You need to realize that in my thousands, like 5,000 to 7,000 hours of time streamed to this game, Gus, guess how many dragons I've seen? Not counting cave dragons. Guess how many dragons I've had captured and in my possession in a fort? This is the third one. Now you want me to find a breeding pair? Sounds like I need some world gen shenanigans. How many do I have right now? One. Here's the thing. I hate your attitude, CCJ. God. Where's your sense of fun and adventure? Dragons are ruthless with other the but where's your sense of fun? Nothing is worthless. All right, let's give them a little bit more time. There's still dwarves that need to get down there. So many dwarves are sleeping. Watch biting demonstration. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to talk about it. People are such twits. All right, let's lock the dwarves to the burrow. No thanks. Assuming I like how you say first, Clino, as if there's like multiples planned. You mean you killed your own dragon due to not understanding how their mechanics work? Good for you, CCJ. It's not a bug until it's fixed. Till then, it's a feature that you have to learn to deal with. But I don't think I've ever seen you say something positive about this game, CCJ, which is why I say I hate your attitude. Because, like, you're in my chat pretty frequently. I don't think I remember a time where you said something that wasn't just, that sucks, that's bad, you're wrong, nope, don't like. Think of something nice once in a while. And this is coming from somebody who's a self-described pessimist. It's because Google's bad at finding Dwarf Fort bugs. All right. You know what? Actually, let's just do the one beside it. Also, we're stuck in an ad, so I'm just gonna wait for that to end. Split screen 1,000-year fortress streams? No thanks, I'm good. All right, so now we wait for a minute and 30 seconds. Although I need to add this to burrows so that these elephants can move. Which is fine. Forbid that, forbid that, forbid that, and forbid that. So somebody's coming to dig that out. Not or something physical in the game? No. Literally a glitch. Error in the code, of which DF has many. But they're far from useless. And stating that they're worthless is just kind of factually incorrect. You just can't use them explicitly for military purposes alongside your military, because they will just die. So Brynbjorn, the Holy Pearl, was volunteered to cut through into hell for us. No, you didn't. I honestly, I don't want to talk about it, really. I mean, I can explain it to you in one sentence, Uncle Gus. Mega beasts are always hostile even when they're on your side. So military execute them without question. And dragons are a mega beast. So even if they're tamed, if you have military close by, the military will just execute it. I think that that's like a dwarf fortress thing that dragons don't fly in this universe. I think that's just a thing. I don't know if it's a matter of them getting the power of it. Although one day we'll get randomly generated dragons. You're gonna go get food or something? No, you're gonna go take a nap? All right, Dwarf, you might live longer than the rest of us. Dwarf Fortress is a very low fantasy world, at least in the current iteration of it, I suppose. I love how there's like kids playing down here. This is fine. Who is that, actually? It's Burr? Hi, Burr. Yeah, hang around the war elephants. That'll be fine. So chat, what do you think? Does this dwarf make it out? Or do they get crushed? Because it begins right now. I'm gonna put a ad here on Discord saying ending the fort. You're excited for magic to get added? Well, there's already magic in the game, but you just have to be very careful to see it. All right, let's put on Vile Force of Darkness. Run, Dwarf. Run. Dodge. No. The fire demon hurled a ball of fire. And the fire demon is caught in a burst of steam. I think he friendly fired another demon. The fire demon kicks the Holy Pearl in the head with his third foot, bruising the fat through the pigtail hood. The fire demon is caught in another burst of steam. But the dwarf is dead. They're not literally leaving, are they? They kind of seem to be. Oh no, are they just gonna go out into the caverns? Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Well. Completely forgot about that door. Can I lock that door? Obviously not right now. Well, too late to move my elephants? Kind of? Because fuck knows where they're gonna pop out. We'll follow them. Yeah, they're just gonna go around it. What fort is dying? Stonewater. We're gonna pop out there. That would be kind of hilarious, actually. Okay, where are these fire demons going? I can't move my elephants until I know where they're headed, so. Really hoping they'd just come straight in here, but they seem to have their own ideas. I don't even know where they're trying to go. Like, they literally could just, like, climb in right here. Oh, there's one. Oops. Let's just pause for a sec. Wait, are you coming back or are you leaving? Oh, wait, never mind. Wrath of Snow died in the lava, I think. Oh no, okay, Wrath of Snow died to itself. Let's just send the military forward. Really? No viable, reachable target. I beg your It's not locked. What? How is that not reachable? Alright, well, fine then. I will set a station order right here. Let's follow Hazaza. Howdy, RSG. What is up, man? We're trying to take on hell. So now's a bad time for conversation and a good time for, fireworks. Just an FYI. Oh, I understand why we couldn't get to it. Oop. Seems like we were able to take out one. That one fire demon is dead, in fact. Come on, you should come up to us. We have a dwarf withdrawing from society. Not good timing. All right, so let's just do this. And let's also let the demons back in this way. Seems like they're coming back. Through the door. Yep, they are definitely coming to us. Yep. One by one. I don't need to know what's going on up here, game. Hold fast. Exactly. Here comes one. Or not. So, for some reason, we seem to be having a mighty hard time convincing them to come out. So this might actually take a little bit more finagling than I initially had hoped. I was really hoping that we'd get a second wave of them. We got a boiling phantom going after a magma crab right now. They're very interested in killing these magma crabs, which is not optimal for me. I'm hoping just like knocking out these walls will help. Let's also channel down there once. And actually, you know what? Instead of channeling that, let's just do it downstairs right here. Not there, just here. And then up downstairs. Down to here. Up downstairs. Down to here. Downstairs. Up downstairs. We'll see. I doubt that any of that'll actually get dug, but we'll find out. I was really hoping that the rush would be faster, but sometimes they don't play nice. Worst case scenario, we just pop the top and call it. I'm also hoping that we get hit by a siege soon. We're on clock for it. Should be getting one. Okay, my miners are coming. Where can you get these songs? From the official soundtrack. It's also on Spotify and YouTube and, you know, the places that you look for things, music-wise. I don't even know if this is going to work. It's just kind of a weird experiment. All right, so now follow. Oh. We're still going after those fucking magma crabs. I hate magma crabs. Worthless enemies. Oh, are they coming back? It'd be very inopportune if the demons all showed up right at the same time. Right when my miners arrived. My soldiers has returned. Dwarves are getting thirsty. Here comes the miners. Hey, Dastot. They're worried about ceilings now. Yeah, I did it for the frames, not for their, like, dignity, though. Oh, there we go. Dastot the miner's been found dead. I'm not even sure what just happened. One of my spear dwarves was found dead. Not even sure. Is that lava? What is that? Nope, that's a dwarf's blood. So that was the amethyst brute that was just hanging out. F's for Dastot and F's for Ashen. Maybe we need to stop defacing this art now. So let's see if we can dig down into this. See what we can get. So we've got demons off in the... Mayor's asking me to make stuff, buddy. Yeah, about that. Yeah, we're going deep. Fighting demons. As you do. Trying to dig down through this. But we'll see if it actually lets me. Okay, where's my next round of miners? Here comes little Osan and Tubal coming to dig down. So I feel like I've done a pretty good job, like, discouraging the demons from going after my whole fort with the big brick that I dropped on their heads, so things weren't nearly as explosive as I was anticipating. So the result is I'm having to dig down through the adamantine spire, which is kind of a bummer. But hopefully it means that we can get some more interesting critters sooner rather than later fighting with us. We're also trying to bring food down for these poor military dwarves that have been hanging out. Also, you see those lines of blood? Yeah, those are dwarves that got caught in the dust clouds from the amethyst brutes. They all need a shower. All that blood. One of my wrestlers was found dead? Oh, okay. Something's happening. Seems like an amethyst brute has come through. Oh, a lot of amethyst brutes have come through. Okay, maybe this is what I was finally hoping for. There's still dwarves alive. Let's just slow down a little bit. See if I can... There's impalification. Impalification says, I was attacked. I'm panicking. Misses the amethyst brute. The amethyst brute takes the wrestler down by their Forgotten Beast silk sock. Oh no! Grabbed them by the sock! Grabbed him by the wing, by the sock, and is, like, whipping him around, essentially. So it does seem like we might actually be getting an assault now. A bit more of an assault. There's something happening down here. I didn't even know what. Unfortunately, these amethyst brutes make it difficult to tell. The lag is definitely kicking in. All right, chat, we found the underworld. It begins. They are certainly assaulting us now. There's wraths of snow in there. There's a dwarf bleeding out down there. It's impalification. It's just puddles of blood. Impalification has been found dead. So are they going to come forward? Little Osan's been found dead. It's a lot of blood. Oh my god. Okay, so something I gotta do. I gotta go all the way down through all this and just like cancel all these jobs. Holy shit, there's a lot of them. And I'm also going to go down through here. We're gonna erase. Erase all that, because they are coming out. My military got a lot smaller. Let's jump via the war elephants. And try and unpause the game. See if I can get those doors removed from the hinges. Trying to get them to come through this way. Where are they all? God, they're still down there. Is there still dwarves alive in there? Or are they just, like, blasted? They're just... Oh my god, there's a lot of them. We have a named amethyst brute. Ubabulash. Voltwicht. There's a lot of lag. This track is a banger, and it's been on repeat for 10 minutes. And it's a 5-minute track, so. Seashore's Wall, unfortunately, was caught in many of a cloud of, Wow, she's still alive. Bad Shadow Amethyst Brute's Frozen Extract, Cold Extract. Well, she's still fighting. But she's caught in the clouds. She can't see. We're still following her. She's still trying. Was in fact inevitable. She has no job. It's taking a lot of these brutes to take her out. She's just dodging. They're just missing her. She's just dodging. She's caught in the extract, but she's just dodging. Which means she's going to start bleeding. For some reason, she's also, like, not set. For some reason, she's not set as, like, currently in military garb, though, and I don't know why. There you go. Now you're set as a Spearmaster. That's what we want. The Spearmaster stabs the Amethyst Brute in the left leg with her spear, tearing the muscle. Come on, Seashore's Wall. Be a legend. Keep dodging. Get some hits in. She stabs the Amethyst Brute in the abdomen, tearing the muscle. She stabs the Amethyst Brute in the abdomen, tearing the muscle. A ligament has been torn. They haven't hit her. Has she taken any out? Nope, not yet. Still no kills, this dwarf. Just casually fighting off she's in a martial trance. Stabbed one in the third leg. She blocks a breath. She's blocking some of the extract. I've never seen a dwarf last this long against this many foes. She stabs the brute in the thorax, and the adamantine spear is lodged in the wound. Oh no, that might actually be the downfall of her. Stabbed one in the foot. She stabbed another one. Yeah, so she's lost her weapon. It's stuck inside of one. Let's see if she regains it. Okay, so now she's punching them. She stabs one. Oh, no, she must have got it back. Okay, I guess she never lost it. She stabbed one, tearing the muscle. She punches another one in the antenna, which twists its head. I'm also going to tell my military to run forward, because why not? Where is she? Oh no, I'm not seeing her anymore. Okay, so the Amethyst Brute kicked the Spearmaster in the head. After she stabs one in the first foot, tearing the scale, she stabbed another Amethyst Brute in the right mandible with her adamantine spear, chipping the chitin. A ligament has been torn, and a tendon has been torn. We're gonna station them all right here. Bringing food down. Let's see, do they come up? I think she was able to kill one. I don't know, but... Wow, there's so many of them. I'm shocked they haven't just come flying in here yet. One managed to get out the side. You gotta clock off soon? I know what you mean. Boiling Phantom ended up where? Okay, so there's a Boiling Phantom in this walkway. You know, they really want to pass through that door, chat. Do I unlock the door? I think actually, you know what we do? We put the elephants here. And then we unlock the door. We force them past us. The elephants should all just start moving. Yep, they are. So we're beginning to move the elephants. Oh wait, never mind. They are all unlocked. Okay. Then why don't they path out? Let's just remove the floor hatch. I'm very perplexed as to why these demons are not just attacking us. Like, look at them all. These Amethyst Brutes must be some kind of cowards. Spearmaster scratches the... Okay. Actually, I think it's because they're just having an orgy. Because, like, the amount of children they have, they must just be, like, banging all the time. Also, they seem to want to go this way, so let's let them go this way. This is where we crushed them, after all. Maybe it's a symbolic thing. Engraved adamantine walls. Yep, images of the dwarves that found it. That's open. Like, literally, they... Alright, so let's do a thing. Let's add this. All to this. Let's just dig through this. Dig here. Dig here. Dig here. Dig here. Someone should be able to go dig those holes. Anybody gonna go dig? Anybody? Nope. I mean, I wouldn't want to either. I don't blame them. What if I turn off this? There's no way in hell I'm just like out of pickaxes, eh? I mean, it's possible, actually. That or I've locked something that You know what? Fuck it. Let them in the caverns. It's probably where they're trying to path to anyway. Let's see what happens. Nope. Yeah, I don't know, man. Do we just pull the levers? Just let the dragon out? Because these demons will win if they just path into the fort. I'm just trying to figure out how they're trying to path into the fort. Like, that's the issue here. Is that just for some reason they have zero interest in pathing into the fort? Which is perplexing as heck to me. They smell fear and elephants? They smell something. It's probably each other. Demons can't smell good. I'm telling you. Gifted to go to clean dryer vents. Best of luck, dude. There we go. Okay, who's coming to do it? Bambool. Well, Bambool, you better be a brave dwarf because you're about to go mine right into where a bunch of demons are. So good luck, Bambool. Look at this dwarf. Just doing him. Yep. So, Seashore's Wall, aka Stone Lat. Maybe that's what we needed. Maybe that's what we needed. Maybe that's what. Okay, one peeks its head out. It's like it peeks its head out and goes, "Nah," and then just, nope. Like they peek their head and goes, "Ah, spooky," and they immediately go back inside. They're very strange, these critters. Dwarven baby found dead? Oh, that's a little distressing. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Suddenly a bunch of stuff is dying. Okay, there we go. Stuff's happening. All right, so it's time to jump to the surface. We're going to make a new burrow, which is going to be the tavern. I'm gonna lock the dwarves in the tavern, but I'm also going to jump down here and give us a second area, which is going to be basically here, these two levers, and the food. And we're gonna pull the first do not pull lever. Begins. Something's happening. Coming up here. This is where they're popping up. This dwarf just vaulted down a layer and then got immediately insta-gibbed. So I got a dwarf pulling the do not pull lever. Just in time. We're going to remove these two and only assign that one. We haven't let the dragon out yet. But there's now suddenly an uninvited guest in my basement. Very much invited, though. There it goes. The beast is free. After I unforbid these doors. You can go the other way, dude. Or not, I guess. Watch him just leave. Kind of still want to get this cut through. Curses has been missing for a week. Our elephant friend is going not the direction I wanted him to go. That's fine. I'm sure he'll turn around when he hits that sealed thing behind him. Dwarves are piling into the tavern. Only one's gone insane so far. Once most of them are in here, I'm going to pull the dragon lever and release the dragon. Wrestler's been found dead. Man, I really, really wish that they would just actually assault me. This is, like, kind of annoying, this whole thing. Like, come on, guys. Just come fight us proper, you know? You're the Hive of Hell's spawn, and you can't be asked to, like, come hang out, you know? You just shoot your dust everywhere and, like, don't do anything exciting. Although Farana seems to be doing quite well. Wait, hold on. How many has Farana? I swear Farana just killed more than one. 2 Amethyst Brutes Farana's taken out so far. But is getting knocked out by their dust. It's trying to rest, standing up, fighting more. Still resting. And is now done. Like, man, they just retreat back to their stupid hole every time. God dang it. Well, shoutouts to Rory, who's going to go and punch a hole on top of them. It's funny, it's like, demons have several different behaviors, right? And I've definitely had ones that, like, you press the, all right, guys, let's go button, which is the open up the front door and let them in kind of thing. I've had ones that just, like, attack. And then I've had the ones like this where they just, like, nah, optional. Well, we're going right on top of them right now. So we'll see how this goes. Oh. Apparently I dug in the exact wrong spot. Rory, turn around. Thank you. All right, there comes the cloud of dust. Wah! Run, Rory! All right, well, that so far seems to be somewhat effective. Can't really ever tell what they're doing because they just make clouds. All right. This one is pathing up. This Wrath of Snow, which is made of snow, so not very wrathy or scary. But is wrathy and scary enough to kill Rory, so apologize, Rory. Killed Rory. And yeah, they don't seem to care. Right. Well, at least some of them are pathing out. This is kind of what this is literally poking a hornet's nest full of amethyst brutes. These two are just gonna go back down, ain't they? Fucking twats. Okay. Where's my Forgotten Beast at? Finally leaving. Is that door locked? Oh, whoops. My bad. Poor elephant. Anyway, the elephant's now loose. So this is gonna go cause some chaos. So now that the elephant's loose, we're gonna jump over here and we're gonna pull the other do not pull lever. And I'm gonna tell the dwarves to mine through a thing that's letting lava, that'll let lava into the fort. All right, so we're just going to turn off all burrows now. Well, we finally found yet another dead dwarf. Imagine taking a goblet off of the dead body of a good friend of yours. Oh, blood's happening. Aslot is in the fortress. Dwarves are beating it. Not the scariest critter, turns out. They seem to just be kind of dogpiling it with the assistance of the elephants. And let's see what happens with this dragon. It's been a hell of a time. This is true, yeah. Can we get a big round of beers, chat? Even though the flood from hell wasn't anywhere near as exciting as I was hoping. We've certainly got a hell of a fort. But not actually because they're cowards, clearly. Let's hope this dragon can do better. So who's the traitor to pull the dragon lever? It's literally nobody's pulling it. Guys, you're supposed to pull the do not pull lever. Oh, did I not? Okay. I thought I pulled the also do not pull lever, but maybe I pulled the do not pull lever a second time. Let's try this again. Let's see what the dragon can do. Oh, would you look at this? Nil wanders in. Huh. Interesting. Says hello. Funny that. Also, welcome back, Hex. Now, who's pulling the lever? Moses. 4 more days, Frosty Mug. How about releasing a dragon next to your tavern? That's something you can do now for free. Well, I just hit the release the dragon button, so let's see. I swear, if it just dies, I will be really disappointed. Which might also happen, because... Oh! Oh! Oh, my word. Fort begins to burn. Get him, girl. Sorry, Rory. Be careful around the booze there, dragon. Those are dangerous. Oh, it goes directly for the kid. Oh, who even was that? I don't even know. Oh, look at that! Remember I said be careful near the alcohol because it explodes. I don't think I've ever seen alcohol blow up like that. Chat, clip the heck out of this, by the way. Oh yeah, absolutely, Doc, absolutely. And also remember, larger sprite or larger creatures get larger sprites too. Oh shit, oh fuck, the demons are actually coming out too. There's definitely some clear devils fighting with my soldiers down in the base. This is what we wanted. A dwarf just flew over the edge. Look at the bodies down at the bottom. Oh my god, the carnage. I'm just seeing multiple dwarves just like throwing themselves over the edge to fight with this clear devil. It's just mowing through them. There's military dwarves down below. People are falling. Is that fucking wall of amethyst brutes leaving at last, or are they still fucking pansies? Where's my dragon at? Okay, I need to find a dwarf that's in a room and lock them in there. Okay, you here? Who is that? Zip zoom. You live here now, it's fine. There's our dragon. Okay, our dragon is sitting right here inside of this cloud of smoke. Also, I'm just gonna see if I can get a dwarf to do this successfully. I don't know if that'll happen, but... Okay, so there are demons actually fighting their way through my elephants now. Look at this. This is what we wanted to see. You shall not pass. How are the elephants doing? Okay, so... not well. Not well. They are holding them back, but they ain't doing well. So... let's jump back up to the top where Lorbam's fighting. This is what we were hoping for. Watch the dragon, I think. Chat, who would you guys prefer to watch? The dragon or the demons down in the basement? Also, we're down to 69 dwarves. You guys know what to say. It's fighting with a... Dragon claws the furnace operator. Furnace operator misses the dragon. It is fighting with the dragon. Who's the furnace op? Furnace operator says, I have a part in this. This might require it. 3 military dwarves left. A2 days dead. So chat seems to be leaning dragon. Okay. Oh, there's the forgotten beast's body that's now burning right there. See that? That was the forgotten beast that we released. Clear devils fighting with dwarves. Let's look at some dwarves. I was attacked with such ferocity. Can it all end? Can it all end so quickly? This doesn't scare me. This is my fight too, says Melville. I have a part in this. This might require an answer. In the midst of conflict, I laugh in the face of death. Zunter's really dead. I'm not feeling sad right now. Omega Loaf is dead. I'm not feeling sad right now. Rimtar's really dead. I'm not feeling sad right now. Also, the dragon is missing an eye, yes. Let's jump to Belbil, who's currently aflame. Oh, we breached the volcano. By by the way, that worked. So that's another problem. Remember, I do have a backup save, and I will be uploading the save. So if anybody wants this later, there will be a save of this if you guys want to fuck around in this, you know, fun stuff yourself. Which fort is this? Stonewater. So since there's the dragon up there, let's follow the, I guess, the fire demons and the clear devils, all the named ones. Okay, so the named devils are in the fort. I repeat, chat, the named devils are in the fort. One of my last military dwarves charges in and immediately gets wrecked. These guys have a stunning dust or vapor. I can't remember. One of the two. 47 dwarves still alive. I'm also going to make sure we have more time before more ads. Okay, there's my dragon. Oh, I can't wait to see how this will look with graphics. So a dragon's hiding right here in this little cloud of smoke. So we're about to see dragon versus demons. Oh, that kid didn't deserve that, dude. Come on. That child did not deserve that. I've got 2 soldiers left. Following dragon once again. Oh no, are you gonna go for that poor dwarf in the hospital? That's just low, dude. Is it bleeding? Her left eye is gone, her left rear leg is fractured. Her left rear leg is cut open, her upper body is her upper body is cut open, her tail is cut open, and her lower body is cut open. Hang in there, Draggy. You got this. That child had a family. It's okay, that family had a child too. Oh, is it fighting with the demons? So the dragon is still fighting with dwarves. Yeah, okay, so the dragon's still fighting with dwarves. Dragon, get out of those stairs. Those stairs are dangerous. Learn to cauterize your wounds, Draggy. Let's pause and just kind of take count of what's going on. Clear devils are actually retreating, I think. Yeah, so the devils appear to be retreating. Let's find a dwarf that's burning. Or just a dwarf, even. How's that their lava doing? All right, well, that's slow flow. I'm looking for a dwarf who's, like, in their bedroom. This dwarf is in their bedroom with an elephant. Sweet, we'll lock that door, too. $37 citizens, yep. I mean, it's by design. How's the dragon doing? Still cut open. Dragon is, like, injured. Gets another elephant. God, the kill count on this thing's insane. Stoneworker found dead. Melted. God, that's cool. I mean, sometimes you gotta be in your room with an elephant, you know what I'm saying? Remember, this fire is hotter than the sun, so at least it's a quick death. Meanwhile, who's this? Shortass the Weaver's like, what in the world? Where's my Durgan? Durgan? Fortress lease, slightly used, now inhabited by dragon. And some demons. Fortunately, the amethyst brutes don't really leave the basement, and they're pretty quiet, except sometimes you'll hear moans from the frequent children that they're having. Dragon's still there. I'm sure the amethyst brutes haven't moved much. Let's just keep the game. Yep. See, amethyst brutes, they hang out. That's all they do. Although, wouldn't the correct terminology... You know what's ironic about this? I could retire this fortress right now and then reclaim it. That's what's really funny about this fort. I could retire it right now and theoretically take an adventurer and, like... Oh my god, that's cool. And kill this stuff. You want to see a dragon just, like, rampaging through the fort? Because that's what's happening, hobo. Yeet. We got dragons, demons. The actual shame here was, the dragon, burning my entire alcohol pile. It's the real shame here. Amethyst brutes are some, like, Celestine, like, demons that just constantly having orgies and reproducing instead of going out to fight. I mean, they had so many triplets. My frames went down to the single digits, and I had to drop a pillar on them. Also, I think the dragon might be taking the fight to the demons. Oh, no, we're going back up. Never mind. Where are we going now? Where are we going, dragon? Where are we going? You still haven't gone into the hospital. There's, like, 4 dwarves that are just... Dragon versus demons! It's us versus a clear devil. Come on, dragon. Oh, no. The demon won. Rest in peace, dragon. Known planned. No planned. No planned. No planned. The clear devil has taken out the demon. Or has taken out the dragon, rather. Yes, finally a 100% science-based dragon MMO. Oh, rip. I mean, to be fair, the dragon was very wounded. It also lasted way longer than that Forgotten Beast, which got beaten to death by all my dwarves. Okay, who's still alive? I love how, like, we're all cheering for the dragon, even though the dragon was, like, just as evil as any of us. Or as anything, you know? Zip Zoom, do you happen to have a pick in your hand? You do, okay. Where did Zip Zoom go? There you are. I'm going to try and give water. I love how your priority after all of this, Zip Zoom, is to go give the insane prisoner a drink. Oh no, the dragon didn't hurt the frames at all. Game saving. Thanks for the epic times. I think this fort's pretty much done at this point. Now that the dragon's dead, like, it's just gonna be a matter of time until the demons all kind of come up and down. So what I think we're gonna do, we're just gonna let as much lava into the fortress as possible. This track is called Vile Force of Darkness. It's like 5 minutes long and it's off the new Dwarf Fortress soundtrack. It's also on Spotify and Tidal and Apple Music. Considering we've had it on repeat for 30 minutes, yep. Banger indeed. All right, so now we just wait for the game to finish saving. Remember, chat, this game releases in 4 days. How many dwarves left? Like 15? Let's see. 11. 90 animals, though. And I'm pretty sure most of the demons are like, oh, where are you headed? Up or down? Although a lot of things are currently suffocating. Oh, there is a... So what the stuff that these devils do is the stuff that this kitten currently has. Which is they stop breathing and then they suffocate. It's basically just like a suffocation powder. It really does just fit super well with the game. Although, you know what my favorite thing about today was, chat? Is that Dabu has stated that they're super down to do some sort of talk about Dwarf stuff. So I gotta try and get Simon, Dabu, and the other one all together to make a video after release at some point. I'm pretty good, Pilot. I'm pretty fucking good. I hope you're good as well. We're watching a demon kill kittens. We released a dragon. And the last few dwarves are, You know what? Let's just start expelling. Run. Kill Jaro. Where's your parents? Ibel's one of your parents? Okay, can I expel you? I don't think I can expel kids that don't have parents. Fight Attack still alive? Oh no. Not the dwarf with no working legs. That might be the last dwarf. Cannot expel, does the expelling. Nobles, mayor, replace, Fight Attack. Congratulations, you are now mayor. It's your job to tell people to leave. Does it put out fire? No. But I'm assuming it just, because demons are, I think, immune to fire. I think. I don't know if they're immune to demon fire or dragon fire. I would assume they are based on the way it just like walked through it, but. Expel. And expel. Oh my god, there's just like demons in the caverns now. So that dwarf's gonna stay there until they starve to death. And there's 3 kids who do as they please. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Be completely honest with you. Do not know how to pronounce that name. So I feel like I would just butcher it. Before the rush, as it were. Yep. So now there's a few orphan children. Fortress populated by a few orphans. Oh, never mind. Our mayor is now dead. We officially have a fortress populated only by children. And cats and a few demons. I can't do anything. My hands are entirely tied. I can't expel them. I can't tell them to run. I can only tell them to fight back, maybe. Hold on a second. What is this demon? Boiling Phantom. Huge starling composed of steam. What's this combat log look like? It's just kicking the kid and missing. Come on, kiddo! You got this! Come on, you're berserk. It's exactly what we need. Throw a mug at him. Smack him. You got it. Hit him. Punch him. Come on, kiddo. How old are you? Lost in rage. Doesn't feel anything while in conflict. Satisfied upon improving striking. Satisfied upon improving observation. Satisfied upon improving fighting. Vengeful when joining an existent conflict. Ashamed upon wearing old clothing. Is 7. Come on, kiddo. You got this. Yes! Fucking yes! Look at that! Fuck yeah! Kiddo got one! Admittedly, like, it has no special powers and it's made of steam.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's fucking sick. Hell yeah. Woo!
Abandon the fort. I think so, yeah. Let's give him a nickname. What do we call it? You know what? Two on the nose? Although I think I need to spell premium right. I don't know what to call this kid. Steam Slayer, maybe? Steam. How about that? Steam decked. Decked some steam. All right, and that's how we abandon the fort. Before I hit that button, pause. Goodbye, Fortress. You were fun. We experienced many lags. Built a Steam logo. We made an altar to Kit Fox. We burned countless goblins. Mined much adamantine. Locked a minotaur in a maze. Didn't ever get to release him, though. There's a bunch of dead grundles. Fitting. Went through multiple cavern layers. Slaughtered many demons. And released hell into the deep, deep sea. Makes sense, though. Still not gonna try. Anyway, don't embarrass me. But this fortress, like, I want to miss it. This was a good one. It's not every day you get to see a showdown between dragons, demons, and a really wimpy, pathetic Forgotten Beast. And if anybody wants to reenact this on their own time this week, if you're watching this on YouTube, the save file should be linked in the description, and if it's not, yell at me. And for those of you in chat, it'll be in the description as well. You missed it. I'm sorry. The lava will engulf the world. Good night, Stonewater. Sleep well, Telly.